Well, the great Derrick Rose has called it a wrap. We seen it coming. The writing was on the wall. He hinted at it. We seen it coming. He called it a wrap, folks. One of the guys that got me into watching college basketball. One of the guys was a big part of my childhood growing up. One of the guys who I thought, when we look back at history, they may gonna talk about him as like being a top 10 point guard of all time. We're not gonna just sit here and talk about his NBA days, though. We're gonna talk about his whole career. Let's do it. Well, he played at Simeon High School. Well, he was legit. He was the star. It was basically unbeatable across there. It's because of him. His highlight reel, you could put it up against anyone. Dunk after dunk after dunk. Crossover after crossover after crossover. He was cold with it, man. After that nice career, he went to Memphis with John Calipari as his coach. He played with Chris Douglas Roberts. Them two together was nice. Nice 1-2 punch. Had a nice run in the tournament. Lost. Went to the NBA. But before I get to his NBA days, let's get back to John Calipari. John Calipari coaching career took off after coaching Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose started that one and done. That was because of him. One and done is because of Derrick Rose. After Rose went to the NBA, look at all the one and dones that John Calipari had. John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, Tyreke Evans. I ain't even got a name no more. You know what I'm talking about? They all should be saluting D Rose for that. D Rose was one of the first players that I know of, besides T-Mac, to sign with Adidas. You feel me? Lifetime contract. Got his brother a big contract with Adidas too, as his manager. That's boss moves, man. You feel me? Yeah. D Rose, man. He came into the NBA. Started doing his thing. Came in with the Chicago Bulls. They called them the Young Bulls at the time. They were legit. With Tom Thibodeau. They were legit. They just couldn't beat the Celtics. They couldn't beat the Heat. But it wasn't because of Derrick Rose. It was because of Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau was stubborn. And he was stuck in his ways. He wanted to do things his way. He didn't get enough players on the bench. The bench was horrible. And he ran his star players into the ground. Not just Derrick Rose. He did the same thing with Jimmy Butler. And he was starting to do the same thing with the Knicks. But in my opinion, this Knicks team is the deepest team Tom Thibodeau ever had. And this Knicks team is the deepest Knicks team he ever had. Just period. But back to D Rose, man. And Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau prevented Derrick Rose from having a great Hall of Fame career. But now he got to settle for just having a good career. That's all because of Tom Thibodeau, man. It's sad, but that's what happened. Over Derrick Rose's career, he gave you 17, 5, and 3. Three-time All-Star. In the playoffs, he gave you 23 and 5. When he won his MVP in 2011, he was averaging 25 and 8. He was unstoppable. I don't want to hear the media was mad at LeBron James and they gave it to D Rose because of that. I don't want to hear any of that. We could say the same thing about Kobe with Steve Nash. Steve Nash wasn't supposed to win one of them MVPs. That might be true. But when you open the record books, in 2011, they're going to say, most valuable player, Derrick Rose. And they ain't going to say nothing else after that. You know what I'm talking about? D Rose did that. You feel me? Gotta salute him for that. In my opinion, I don't think he gonna make the Hall of Fame because I don't think he won enough. But when you look back at history, off the top of the head, I don't really think I could recall any MVP winners that's not in the Hall of Fame. I can't really call any. So just off of that, I think he may get into the Hall of Fame. You know, he ended his career with 12,000 something points. He don't tear that ACL. This guy easily gets 15, 16,000 points, maybe more. If he wasn't playing for Tom Thibodeau and was playing for a coach that understood the game, understood the importance of having a bench, understood the importance of resting star players when you need to, not having star players in the game when you're up 20 points. If he would have had a smart coach like that, Derrick Rose would have been a for sure Hall of Famer, man, and would have had a better career. Real talk. Salute to him, though. Hope he enjoy whatever he getting into. But my last point is this. The Chicago Bulls need to stop disrespecting this man. I heard they don't want to sign him right now because they got a lot of players and they don't want to cut one of their young players. Man, send that man off the right way. The disrespect is just ridiculous. I see what Michael Jordan was talking about with the organization. Just horrible management. One of the best players to ever play for you. Chicago Bulls, y'all are the worst team in the NBA. Sign that man to a 1 year, 1 day contract so he can retire and go out the right way with respect. I'll see y'all on the next one, man.